Hey guys, so this is going to be a reading vlog. I've not done one of these in like ages and must have been like years. Because I don't really do them that often. But I thought I'd do one today. Let it be a lazy Sunday where well, not quite lazy, because usually I'm under my covers. I'm not gonna lie if I'm not at work. But today I thought let's turn it into a reading vlog. So the mission today. So I want to finish this reread of Agricola by Ashley Poston. I've literally got a few pages left. So yeah. And then today I want to start The Girl Before by G.P. Delaney. This has been on my TBR for ages. I'm like, I'm gonna read it. I want to at least get up to reading 50 pages of that. I then want to reread Saga Volume 2. I want to at least get halfway through this one. So my goal is not necessarily to finish it. If I finish it, I finish it. But yeah. And then I want to read all of the Miss Marvel. It doesn't say what issue this one is. And then Thor issue 233. But yeah, that is literally my goal today. I might chuck in some other books, it depends how we go. So if you've not watched one of my reading vlogs before, which you probably haven't, as I said, I've not done one of these in a while. I tend to take breaks in between. Like I can't read like for hours, in chunks of hours altogether, like some people can, just because I get fatigued and I don't want to say bored. It's just I think it's just basically like some sort of like reading fatigue. So I usually take breaks in between. But yeah. I've just finished this one. If you've not read this, I do really like it. It is a young adult, which is, I know it's strange for me because I don't really read young adult books. A lot of YouTubers do, and that's why I don't really follow YouTubers, just because young adult as kind of over it. Even when I mean, technically I'm still young. I consider myself old, but still, even when I was in my teens, I just went straight to adult pretty much. I mean, I did read some young adults like manga and stuff, but I got bored really easily and went to adults, which I think I've told this story before. But my mum kind of wasn't happy with the fact that the librarian was allowing me to basically be able to take out these adult novels. So kind of graphic. When I say graphic, it's, you know, the true like child abuse stories and stuff like that and sex trafficking. I was like into that, and it got to the point when she found out, I literally had to. She always, every time I come from the library, she always wanted to see what I got. I literally had to run it, chuck all the books that I didn't want her to see on the stairs and show the ones I actually got. But yeah, my mind's not warped, so I don't know why she was kind of against it. But either way, young adult I can sometimes find quite basic, but I like this because it's like a geeky themed, like Cinderella. I'll say loosely Cinderella-esque story. She has wrote other books. There is a sequel which I might get. It's kind of in the same universe. It's called I can't remember what it's called now, but it's meant to be a take on Princess and the Pauper, which I've never read or seen or anything like that. But I like the interesting concept of it. But the others, I'm like, I don't know. You know when sometimes you stretch out like a universe and it's like it doesn't need to be stretched out, that kind of thing. And then there's also books that go into there and to the relationship after this story, which again is just filler. But yeah. This is an okay story. It's probably because it's like right in the middle of the action instead of the start, if that makes any sense. Not like the other comic that I reviewed and ended up getting the next issue. But this one, it's alright, but I'm not really heavily invested to check out the issue before or the issue after. So I'm probably gonna donate this one. The way this is written is actually really interesting. So it's two accounts from from the family that lived there before, and then the family that lived after, and it goes between the two, which is quite interesting. And if you're wondering why I'm looking like a glitter ball, I decided to use the body scrub. I did a review on it and how I hate it, because there's glitter and there's extreme glitter, and I never knew it was glittery, and there's glitter everywhere basically. I rarely use this, but I thought today, you know what, I want to look like a glitter ball, but like literally just like full on like glitter, and it stays for days, like literally for days on the skin. But always the first day it's I mean it's a lot of glitter. I just find glitter really painstakingly annoying because it just gets everywhere. So it's currently 1:15 and my goal of 50 pages of this book turns out is way too easy because I've just gone past 50, so I want to now get at least halfway through this book today. Thought of a video idea. Well, not thought. I watched a video idea. Basically, this guy reads like 1-star reviews on his favorite book series, but I was thinking of doing it more so instead of book series because I don't really read book series, and just do one on my favorite books. Sounds pretty cool because some of the reviews, like especially like the 1-star reviews, are so over dramatic on Goodreads that it can be funny. So that is an idea I may be doing. For this being really old, it's actually decent condition and it doesn't smell like vinegar. Basically, with old comics, if they're not looked after, they can smell vinegary, and that's basically the is it the I think it's the paper that starts to like rot, or maybe the ink that starts to rot. But yeah, anyway, because a lot of my older comics, some of them do smell like vinegary, but this one doesn't. And the amount of ads in here is hilarious. Like just seeing all these old ads in here. But yeah, of course, I have to buy the follow up because I was so engrossed in this. I need to find out the conclusion. But in this issue, Jane is in the hospital ill. I'm going to assume it's because of cancer. So yeah, that's in this one. But basically, Loki has taken over Asgard and is bringing the army to fight Thor on Earth. And yeah, that's basically what the story is. And then you've had Odin that's decided to become like a civilian. I can't speak, a civilian, and is like wiped out his own memory as well. So that's happening as well. But yeah, I have to get the next one. I got this for £5. I have looked at the prices for the next issue and around like £7, which isn't too bad. So yeah. Reached page 144 and OMG, now things are getting really weird with the person who's renting this flat. Like at first you think he's like a neat freak and everything because there's all these rules and they have to like apply and have an interview before they even get accepted to stay in this house. And it gets a step further and some oddities are coming up and you're thinking, okay, what is happening here? I have my theories, but I don't want to kind of spoil this book because I am enjoying it, and yeah, and in case you want to read it as well. But yeah, it's starting to sort of unravel where you start to think, okay, there's something more to this guy. The purpose of rereading the Saga series. So I read last time I read this was years ago, and I have volume 1 and up to volume 2. And as I said in the previous video, I was going through my comics, and I'm like, I want to reread it and see if I do actually want to carry on with the series because I generally don't remember, and I actually do. I don't know why I stopped buying the volumes. Maybe I just got busy and there was other comics I was getting into, or the books I was getting into. But I remember getting this when I was around about like discovering like comics and stuff, especially indie comics. Well, I don't know if these are. It's. I don't think I'd consider this artist actually indie, to be fair, because it's Saga's a pretty big one. But you know what I mean. The comics that aren't in like the superhero universe. But yeah, so so I think I'm gonna carry on with it. I'm up to the second chapter in this one. But yeah, I think I will go and get volume 3 eventually. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick it in a pile with the Thor one to remind me to get the next issue. It is currently 8 o'clock and I'm about to have a bath, so I'm going to end the reading session here. So from the last update I've not read anything more of Saga, and then the girl before I've gotten up to page 167. So yeah, and then in between that I also read some parables from the Bible. So yeah, but other than that, that is the end of this video. So I pretty much hit kind of all my targets, because originally I was meant to read up to page 50 and I ended up going beyond that. I mean, I didn't read halfway through, but near enough halfway, to be fair. And then I finished those 2 other comics, and I did technically read a few chapters of this, even though I only read 2 chapters. But yeah, so bye guys.